And what, Sami, did you make of the Egyptian foreign minister's response to a similar question on human rights and democracy in Egypt when he said you should get out on the streets and ask the people what they think?
I think it's very clever from the foreign minister. I mean, if you put a gun to the Egyptian people and you tell them, say, the government is great, then the government will be great. There are many jokes about this kind of thing in Egypt. And I think when they take Rex Tillerson to meet the Egyptian people, he will indeed find many people with a hidden gun behind their heads who will tell them that Sisi is fantastic, Sisi yes, Morsi no, Morsi no. So I think with regards to Sameh Shoukry, the Egyptians have the card that's ready to play. But as I said, with Tillerson, there are more immediate concerns for the US than the human rights situation in Egypt, including Libya, for example. Tillerson made specific references to ISIS in Sinai, and also to discuss suggestions that Libya itself, he welcomed Egypt's role in Libya, whereas other people say that Egypt's role is not conducive in Libya. It seems that with regards to the US, their ability to pressure Egypt on these fundamental issues is not strong enough. And when we're looking at Tillerson visiting Cairo, we must remember the balance is not equal. The US needs Egypt, and I think that's very much reflected in Tillerson's speech. Tillerson is effectively saying, what I understand from this press conference, is we are ready to turn a blind eye to some of these issues that are troubling you. In exchange, we want the issues on Palestine to be dealt with. We want you at least to not be so brazen in getting rid of some of these opponents to Sisi, because you're putting us in a very difficult position. The reason I say this is because we've heard these statements from the US before. We are upset with the situation with the human rights. We have some concerns about it, but nothing ever really happens. This is a region where realpolitik is more important than fundamental principles. And in this particular situation, Tillerson has the unenviable task in convincing the Middle East states that the US is still on their side.
Sami, good to talk to you. Many thanks indeed. Sami Hamdi there, the editor-in-chief of International Interest in London.